Yo, if you're watching this video, you're probably a lot like me. Pretty head deep into the CrossFit space. You know just about everything that's going on. Maybe it's because you watch some of my videos. But what happens when you leave YouTube? What happens when you leave Instagram? What happens when you go into the world of TikTok? I like to do this every so often. I just want to see what's going on. What is the other half of the world up to? And I don't care what you're gonna say about data corruption and whatever. If they want my data, take it. Whatever. What are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They can't do anything to me. I'm fine. If anything, it's just brainwashing me. And it's also bringing you this video today. A video from yours truly, Jason Khalipa. Here's the thing about Jason Khalipa. I don't like that he de-affiliated. I don't like that a lot of people de-affiliated at the point in time where CrossFit was going through some turmoil. If anything, I think you should de-affiliate today, Junior. And I've told you why. The same reason that I don't think you should sign up for the Open any longer, or I wouldn't. That is even if I could. If somebody feels like changing my mind on that, go ahead. But what are you really paying money for? And other than the fact that I don't agree with the idea of Jason Khalipa de-affiliating when all of that stuff was going down, I have not at one point had anything negative to say about him as a person. I don't like his workouts. The person who de-affiliated from CrossFit also has the NC Fit program, which I think is not CrossFit. It's not CrossFit. You're doing a handful of stuff, which is functional movements. You're doing kettlebell swings and dumbbell snatches. I've seen their affiliate programming. I've seen it close, and perhaps this hits a little bit home. As soon as I was done at my affiliate, in which I had written all of the program for what, 7 years? 6 years, programming switched over to NC Fit, and I had a handful of the members reaching out to me saying how much they didn't like it. And it was just because it wasn't CrossFit any longer. And then if you're curious, they switched over to chalk programming. My biggest qualm with chalk programming was if you were doing an Olympic lift, you could choose to snatch or you could clean and jerk, which means that there's no thought process behind it. There's no progression to it. How are you supposed to coach the snatch or the clean and jerk if you're allowed to do either the snatch or the clean and jerk? And then if you are always doing the one thing that you want to do, what happens when you need to get better at something? But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Jason Khalipa, and we're going to talk about the fact that I do genuinely like him as an individual. And we're going to put his program to the side, and we're going to also put his de-affiliating to the side, and we're going to embrace him for what he is, which is an amazing athlete, a good human, and every time I've ever seen him, he just brings light to the situation. That is until I saw this video with 2.1 million views. He's doing some dumbbell snatches.
The Viore Sunday performance joggers are not your average joggers. They're built to perform in the gym, like this, but they're comfortable enough for travel or a casual night out. Make sure to check them out.
It's like a hang dumbbell snatch, then he's doing some dips, a bench press, he's riding the Concept 2 bike, and then you find out that it's an ad. I went through his entire TikTok profile because, like I said, that's where I'm at. Some of you guys don't venture over here, but this one has by far the most views, 2.1 million. And 2.1 million views, 1,000 likes, okay, that doesn't really add up to me. Maybe it's because it is an ad. Then you go to the comment section, and the first thing that I see is a guy, pick a guy in better shape. Pick a guy in better shape. This guy won the CrossFit Games in 2008.
This is an 81 Honda. How dare you?
And granted, that's a long time ago, almost a lifetime ago for some of us. Was freaking Justin Medeiros or Mel O'Brien even alive at this point? How old were they? But then there's a handful of other people who are digging into these joggers help dip performance by 2. WTF are you doing in that first exercise? The alternating dumbbell hang snatch. Size down if you want them to fit like that. F your stupid joggers, they don't help improve anything. I could still walk if I didn't have these pants. I wonder if this guy lost his ability to walk because of the pants. They're just like every other jogger ever made. Not your average price either. Casual night out? No. Are you kidding me? Bro, they're effing sweatpants. Quit playing. Essentially, the 2008 CrossFit Games champion that we know also is strong as all hell, about as fit as you can be, is getting chewed apart on a platform where there aren't very many high-named CrossFit competitors doing all that well. I think Justin Medeiros is another one that I know on here who posts semi-regularly. Let's see. Yup, and he has 655 followers. CrossFit Games is actually pretty active, 351,000 followers. Gary Pierce has 19.1 thousand followers. Oh, Danny Spiegel, 350,000 followers. Okay, but she doesn't post that often, if not even in a long time. All right, back to Khalipa. Here's the thing about CrossFit, in my opinion, and here's the way that I always looked at my people in my affiliate. When I was an owner, way back, when I was one, we were giving everyone the tools to be in better shape than anybody they met anywhere. The best shape that they could possibly be in as a human being, well-rounded, can do anything, and is confident in their own skeleton. If you want to go jump over that fence, do it. Go for it. You can do it. We're giving you the tools to do that sort of stuff. Whenever I'm in a public area, like the mall, the airport, a movie theater, I look around and I think, these people don't even realize that they won't be able to jump over that fence. If a bomb were to go off in the theater, they're all screwed because they can't run for more than 4 seconds without falling over their own feet. They don't have the coordination. They don't have the agility. They don't have the strength to move their own body weight. They're undertrained, they're ill-prepared, and it kind of makes me sad because you're in no position to tell anybody what to do. You're only in the position to help people when they're ready to listen, especially as a coach, as an affiliate owner. So when those people made the choice to come to the affiliate, you did everything you could to make sure that they were getting as much out of you as they could with their time spent there. And then if they were in a position where a bomb were to go off in such a movie theater or something, maybe they'd help out the person next to them because they could because they do CrossFit. Or maybe that same individual that is so large because their diet is so poor from eating so badly for so long. Here's the way that you're supposed to go through the diet. You know that you're not supposed to have all of that sugar. And that person who's too big for their own skeleton and can't even walk because they're not strong enough to do so, maybe their form of survival is fixing their blood work because they're all messed up on the inside. They don't know it until it's too late. And it isn't an immediate, imminent life or death situation like a catastrophic event around you, but it's the difference between you dying at the age of 50 and the age of 75 or 80. This is Jason Khalipa. This is a person who by any means is fitter than 99.9% of the rest of the population. And he's getting chewed apart in this TikTok comment section because they don't know who he is. The first thing that I see is, does this guy even work out, get a guy in better shape? This is what happens when you leave that echo chamber. This is what happens when you leave the ecosystem. If you don't look like Mike O'Hearn, Arnold Schwarzenegger, people don't even think you're in good shape. When people like Patrick Vellner, Justin Medeiros, Tia Toomey walk around in public in normal people clothes like this, a t-shirt, you can very easily be mistaken for somebody who isn't even in good shape. Like Khalipa right here. I don't know, what do I look like right now? Mr. Steroid Man, how do I look? Do I look like I'm in good shape? Does this fly? I don't know.
It doesn't matter what you think.
Is someone gonna say that I don't look like I'm in good shape because I don't look like The Rock? It's quite possible. God, I can't wait to edit this thing and see what I actually look like. I haven't eaten a
carb since 2004. See these? See these boys? This is what I live with.
Unless that carb's a fruit, which I had a little of. Lots of nuts and seeds. Lots of meat.
Oh, you wanna touch these bad boys? Sorry, not gonna happen.
What am I doing? Why am I putting this back on? Hell. But there was a point, I think I was actually in Vegas for the Zelos games, and I was speaking with an individual about my goal in this YouTube channel. And it's to reach people outside of CrossFit, to bring them in so that they can understand how awesome it is.
What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
And coincidentally, at the beginning of this video, we were talking about an individual who had left CrossFit because the person at the top, being Greg Glassman, was doing things that were misconstrued, at least to the way that he was perceiving them, and he didn't do anything wrong. We've talked about that a lot recently, right? Greg Glassman's tweet, Greg Glassman being some sort of a predator. That stuff has all been done and dusted, and we know now that nobody's come forward, he didn't do anything, and people like Khalipa, who de-affiliated because of it, look like freaking idiots. But what he left was the potential to spread the message of everything that I said right in the middle. That's what it's all about. And the person who started all of it, who believed in it, and who gave you all of that stuff is the person that you were leaving. Whether it be imminent danger or whether it be lifelong danger. CrossFit was going to help both of those people. It still does help both of those people. And the thing is, I don't know if those people over at CrossFit still realize that. And I also don't know if the people over at CrossFit are doing what they can, should, and could do, and likely won't do, to reach out to the people in Jason Khalipa's comments section who are going to say, get somebody in better shape to represent whatever it is that you're talking about. And it's always about the progression to being in the best shape that you can be in. Disregard the fact that he's promoting a pair of joggers right there, and think about the way that the outside population must view this thing that we care so much about. If you're looking at the sport, it's everyone running around like a chicken with their heads cut off because it's so complicated that even the people who care a lot about it don't know what to do. Did a video about that yesterday with Mr. Spin. We don't know what the weight is. We think we know now, and that's the sport. And we weren't really talking about the sport this entire time. So let's talk about the methodology. Who is the sounding board? Where is the guiding light? Who is doing what needs to be done to drive the message forward to help the people in your average everyday situation where myself, having been a lifelong CrossFitter, feels like a Jason Khalipa. Walking around, you go, okay, I'm in better shape than a lot of the people around me. And I don't even think that they realize how bad off they are. And all I want them to do is make the decision to help themselves out. But they've got to make it, and those exact same people are likely the ones who will go into that comment section and attack somebody who by all means only also wants the best out of those same people. It was an incredibly weird circle of thoughts that I had gone through in creating this video. And I guess the end message is, stay off TikTok. Andrew Hiller, out.
Please press that like button, no one touches there, and I'll see legend.